Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is our husband and wife Q&A. You guys have left so many wonderful questions which we are going to answer for you guys today. However, if you have not seen the video where I announced who my husband is, which this is my husband, I will leave that video down below. I suggest you watch that video first before watching this Q&A video. Alright, so we're going to start with question number 1. There are 15 total. I have written them down on this piece of paper. And the first question is, how did he pop the question, or did you ask him? What do you think?
I asked her. I did it the right way. I got down on my knee.
You did.
And asked her. But I think she knew it was coming. We went to a jewelry store and she picked out the ring. And it was just a question of getting it sized and getting everything taken care of so that when she got it, it was the ring that she wanted and that it would fit and everything would be good that way.
Are you going to leave out the part where I was like psycho?
You can explain that.
So I really wanted him to ask me, and I don't know, would you have asked me if I didn't ask you to ask me?
Yes, I would have asked you if you didn't ask me to ask me.
I basically hounded him. I was like, are you going to ask me to marry you yet? Are you going to ask? Like, I was one of those. I was one of those girls, but it all worked out in the end and he did ask me and it was wonderful. Question number 2, how did my parents react? So this is a really good question because I would say for the first year, can't have been a year. Oh, it might have been a year.
Probably
I kept it very secretive. Nobody knew except for my best friend Angela. She knew because she was like, we were together all the time. So
Hi, Angela.
Yes, hi, Angela. She knew everything. She's like my sister. She knows everything. When I told my mom thought that it was like a phase, you know, kind of like that. You're young, you're into an older guy. She thought it was a phase. She then actually came and visited me and met Larry and fell in love with him immediately. Like, they hit it off right away and they got along so well, which was great. My dad, what was his reaction? He wasn't bothered.
No, he did very good.
Yeah, my dad was fine with it. My brother, on the other hand, was very hesitant and very put off for a good year. Jimmy, if you're watching this, love you, but it's true. He was very put off by the whole thing. So I would actually say out of my entire family, my brother took it the worst. But he loves Larry now. They love each other. They have the cutest relationship. And my grandparents, everybody took it really well as well. Everybody did a wonderful job. It wasn't bad. It wasn't angry. Everybody did an amazing job and was very, very supportive. So that was great. Wedding details. So a lot of you have asked for wedding details. We did get married at Mansfield Reformatory, which is a haunted prison, basically, right?
Historical site.
A historical site. There was a bunch of terrible things that happened when the prison was active, and it is known to be a historical haunted place. That is where we got married. So I'm gonna try and insert pictures like as we're talking about it. Larry was a board member there.
Yes.
And that is how we actually got to get married at the reformatory. And we got married on the outside. So basically, I'll insert a picture. We were in front of the prison with our guests behind us, and they had the view of us and the building, which was amazing. And then we had our reception in, what room is that actually called?
It was the Central Guard Room. If you ever see the movie Shawshank Redemption, all of the film scenes where they were eating is where we had our reception.
Yes. Yep, very true. Our wedding party, we all went all throughout the prison and took so many beautiful pictures on the outside and the inside, and it was just a really, really amazing time. The next question is he into Harry Potter? Are you into Harry Potter?
I was reluctant. She was the big Potterhead.
That's true. Let me rewind. We're going to rewind to the beginning. He's a big Harry Potter fan now. He loves Harry Potter. When we first started talking, he's never seen Harry Potter. He never saw it. He has never seen Harry Potter. And I was like, oh no, if you're going to date me, you are going to have to watch Harry Potter. You're going to have to do it. So I sat him down. He was totally not having it. He was like, oh my God, I can't believe you're making me watch Harry Potter. This isn't happening. But you loved it.
I did.
He did. And we watched them all, and now he is a Harry Potter fan with me. However, he has not read the books. I'm trying to get him desperately. I'm totally throwing you out there.
I have actually read up to chapter 4 of the first book. That was about 2 years ago.
Yeah, which is fine. That's great, but He won't, guys. Tell him he needs to read the series. There's so much more detail you're missing out on. You need to read it. Okay? Okay. So yes, he is a Harry Potter fan, but when we first started dating, he had never seen Harry Potter in his life. Although you worked a bunch of the functions for the Harry Potter.
Yeah, anytime there was a new book that came out, it was usually a premiere at midnight. And I would have to go there and make sure that people behaved, that were waiting in line, and everything was going smoothly for the book.
No.
So
you knew about it, but you still never watched it.
Yeah, but it's from the UK, and I've always watched shows that aired in America from the UK. One of my favorite movies of all time is Melody. And the soundtrack. I have the movie and the soundtrack.
You bring that specifically for this video and
I
not
did.
tell me about that?
I did. Then I watched The Avengers. I watched a show that aired on Sunday mornings that I think I was the only one in my area that watched because I had no one to talk to about it. But Here Comes the Double Deckers. That's a throwback for you London folks. So I watched that. She's never even seen them.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I know. And our favorite show is Downton Abbey. So if we ever travel, I want to go to London, and I'd like to see where they filmed Downton Abbey and Highclere Castle.
Yeah.
And some of the other scenes from Melody or Here Come the Double Deckers.
Mm-hmm. The next question is, which Hogwarts house is Larry in? So we decided we're not going to answer this question only because we want to do the Sorting Hat ceremony quiz for him, for you guys to see. So we're going to hold off on that one. The next one is, how long have you been together and how long have you been married? Ridiculous. So we've been together. We started dating when I was 20. So we dated for 4 years and then we got married 2 years ago. It'll be 3 years in next September of 2019. So a total 4, 5, 6, 7.
7.
Like 7 years we've been together. Yeah. With Larry being from a different generation, what does he think about all the Harry Potter awesomeness and YouTube? So, what do you think about our generation and all the Harry Potter madness and how it's still going strong today?
I understand the Harry Potter madness. I get that.
You don't understand the YouTube madness, is that what you're trying to say?
No, YouTube, when it's used the right way, or used for sharing things or pictures or families to keep up with one another that have been separated from each other by space because they've moved. That's fantastic. I like that. But there's a lot of drama involved with YouTube.
That's true.
And I don't care much for that.
That can be it can be a harsh place. Unfortunately, when you put yourself out there for example, with the way that we put ourselves out there, we are different. We're not your normal relationship. And I'm okay with that. He's okay with that. Our family is okay with that. And our friends are okay with that. And I just want to thank you too, guys, because you all were so amazing. There are like 300 or more comments on that video. Only 3 out of that 300 some comments were bad. Only 3. Like when you take that in the whole scheme of things, like that many comments, only 3 were bad. That's not bad at all. So thank you so much for being so sweet and positive.
There was a lot of supportive and friendly and nice comments, and I greatly appreciate that for both of us.
Nice. It made me feel so warm and fuzzy. So thank you guys. But yeah, in general, YouTube can be a kind of negative spot, which is unfortunate. But then there's people like us who try to make it positive and happy. Yay. All right. Okay, what are the core values you both share?
Trust.
Okay.
Honesty. Family.
Yes, family. Family is like so important. Yeah, those are main values.
Yeah.
And those are our core values. We've never really discussed that actually.
No.
But we are very set in our ways. How would you say that? Like set in our routines that we value the same things. We do the same things. For example, Sunday is strictly family day. So every Sunday we go to my family's house and we eat dinner together. That is basically every single Sunday. That is what we do. So family is a very important value. Trust, honesty, love, just being there for one another. How do you deal with family, friends, and people's criticism? Basically, I'm assuming criticism towards our relationship, right?
I would imagine.
Yeah. How do you deal with it?
If it's family, then it is what it is. If it's from a stranger, they mean nothing to me. I don't know them. I could care less what they think of me. Doesn't bother me in the least. But
yeah, you're not very sensitive.
no.
I'm okay, between the two of us, he is like the, and I'm more of the hurt puppy dog. I'm the sensitive one. You see babies? I would have to say, like, our family has been really supportive, so I can't really say anything with family criticizing. We haven't really had to deal with that so much. Well, my brother, but he didn't really criticize. He was just quiet and distant at first. Now he's fine. Friends, though, I have lost a friend over our relationship, and at the end of the day, I guess they weren't really your friend if they're not supportive of your decisions. You kind of learn as you go, and with, like he said, with outside people, sometimes things that people say, they do hurt my feelings. It does hurt my feelings. He doesn't really get his feelings hurt that much, I don't think. You don't, do you?
No.
How are you? You're so hard. Like, I don't know how you deal with it. I don't know. He's experience in life, I guess, and the job that you did.
Yeah.
Outside people, it still bothers me. Like, I will admit it, it does bother me a little bit, but I try to move past it because it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You're not going to see that person again. I don't know. Basically, you have to be strong in what you love and what you believe, and try not to let everybody else affect you, because if I were to walk away from him because I was afraid of what everybody else would think, I would be miserable. So if you guys are in a tough predicament, whether that be a relationship or whatever it is in life, definitely do what you want to do, because you'll most likely regret it if you make a decision based on you're afraid of what everybody else is going to think. You will regret it if you listen to everybody else, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Be happy.
Be happy. Do you, Bill? Do you? Okay, Mindy, you need help. Okay. The next question is, what was our first date and what is our favorite date? Our first date, I would have to say, it was really strange because we didn't really go on dates in the beginning because everything was kind of hush-hush and low-key. So, I would say, though, our first date was going to the haunted mansion. The Mansfield Reformatory at the haunted house, like in October. That was our first date, and honestly, in my opinion, our favorite date.
Yes.
What about you?
Yep.
Yeah. The next question, how did you know you were the one for each other? How did you know? I know how I knew, but I want to hear what you have to say, because I don't know if I've ever heard you answer that question. How'd you know?
I didn't. I thought I was out of the ballpark. I didn't think.
What do you mean?
I just didn't think that because of the age and how pretty you are that I would ever stand a chance to.
Oh my goodness, you're making me blush on the camera.
She's turning red. I don't have anything red. It's red, it's red.
But how did you know, though? Like, how did you know that I was the one for you? I know you apparently didn't think it was going to happen, but how did you know I was the one?
Just because you were concerned about me and cared about me.
So then I knew that you were the one for me because I wanted to know where he was, what he was doing, like constantly. Like I was thinking about him all the time. And in the beginning, when I let the age kind of bother me a little bit, I drifted away and we decided to part ways for a little bit in the very beginning stages of dating, which I briefly touched on in the last video. And I went on another date with somebody, and it was miserable. It was literally awful. Like, the date wasn't terrible, but like, I'm sorry to the person I went on the date with, but I was thinking about him the whole time. I was wondering what he was doing. I was just thinking, this isn't right. Like, and that's how I knew. Like, again, I was doing it because of the reason of the age gap, and that's why I left, and that was stupid. And I constantly wanted to know where he was, what he was doing. I wanted to talk to him. I constantly wanted him to know what I was doing. That's how I know. Like, if you can't go a second without thinking about that person, that's the one for you. So that's why. That's my reason.
And the funny thing about that is, she's got relatives that also are in relationships where there's a big age gap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So she was kind of mostly concerned about letting her grandma know that she was dating somebody with an age gap, and when it finally got out and her grandmother found out about it, one of the first things she said was, I guess it runs in this family.
Yeah, at first, like, I was almost going to tell her. I had gone to visit her with my best friend, and it was still in the beginning stages. I almost told my grandmother, who I call my mom. And I started to say, like, oh, it doesn't matter if there's a huge age gap. I mean, as long as you're happy, that's what counts, right, Mom? And she was like, well, you wouldn't want to date an old man, would you? And I was like, okay, I'm not going to tell her. I'm not telling Grandma then. Never mind. And I just waited and I waited and I waited. But then when the truth did come out, she was like, oh, yay, it runs in the family, basically. So I guess it is what it is. And plus, she understood. He was a man in uniform, and my mom and I apparently have the same taste, and we like a man in uniform. Well, I like this man in uniform.
Yay.
Oh, how do you feel about the new Fantastic Beasts movie coming out? I know that's not really relationship related, but somebody did ask, and it's coming up right around the corner, so we're going to answer it anyways. How do you feel about the movie coming out, babe?
I'm excited.
I'm excited. I'm very excited. Every time I hear it air on the TV, like the commercial comes out, I'm like staring down the TV. I have to know. And every time I see it, I'm thinking, wow, it's going to be intense. Like, it's just chilling. To me, it's just chilling. It is a chilling, intense movie, and I'm ready. I am so ready.
Yeah, when that comes on, the commercial for that, and any commercial with any kind of Christmas music.
Oh, the Nutcracker.
She's zoned out. She's gone.
I'm so excited for Fantastic Beasts and the Nutcracker. I've been listening to Christmas music every day, guys, because the Nutcracker is almost here. I'm so excited for it. And Fantastic Beasts. Okay, the next question is, how old are we? How old do we look? All right, so.
How old do we look?
Yeah,
if I see this video 10 years from now, I'll look a lot younger.
So I just turned 27. October 8th, 1991 is my birthday, so I am 27. And Larry is?
57.
And your birthday?
It's in July.
That's all he's going to tell you. That's it. 27, 57. And the last question is, which is the number one requested question is, do we plan on having kids? And is having kids going to be a difficulty with our age gap? So number one, do we plan on having kids? Maybe. Maybe we do, maybe we don't.
Maybe we do, maybe we don't. Maybe we do, maybe we don't.
Larry and I have an appointment in the very near future to discuss our options with having children. So basically, we're just going to discuss the options of the possibility. So there is a doctor's appointment in our future, and that's all we know for now. And I will keep you guys updated if you would like to be updated on that situation, but it will be a journey.
Our clock is ticking.
My clock? Our woman biological clock, it is ticking. So, I mean, your clock is ticking, thank you.
Oh.
So anyways, guys, yes, we do. The age in our situation does kind of play a factor in it being a little bit difficult for us, hence the doctor's appointment. But again, I'll keep you updated, and we will go from there. So that's about everything.
I'm thinking because I'm so old, if we do have a kid, it'll be born like 5 years old already.
Oh my God.
We'll have to go right from the hospital to the grade school and get him registered.
Stop. He's full of it. You are so full of it. You're going to be a great Mr. Mom.
Mr. Mom.
Yeah, while I'm at work.
I wasn't even in aisle 6, Herb.
If it happens.
Yes.
If.
If.
All right, guys, so that is the Q&A for today. I also did want to let you guys know, if you do want us to do more videos together, leave me video suggestions in the comments below. That way I can do those for you guys. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, and we'll see you guys again very soon.
Bye! To take a line from a Harry Potter movie in this video, I'm back.
Back. He's back.
He's back.
He's back. Voldemort's back.
I'm Voldemort.
You are not Voldemort. He's evil.
Take my nose away.
Oh, that would be awesome. Let's do that really quick.
What?
If you were to pick me as any character in the movie that I'm most like, or in the books, well, you haven't read the books, in the movie, which character would you say it was?
Mrs. Norris. No, you would be Hermione.
I'm not sure how I feel about that first comment. Mrs. Norris? A cat? She's a cute cat, though.
Yes,
so Hermione, why?
Because you're smarter than what you think you are. You're loyal to your friends.
Yeah.
You're resourceful.
That is very true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who would I think you're like?
Scabbers?
No. Nowhere near Scabbers. You remind me of a cross between Dumbledore and Professor Lupin. Dumbledore...
He's old.
No, Mr. Weasley, no, because he's so kind of like ditzy. Super smart and funny, but...
I like Dumbledore.
I think you're like Dumbledore. Larry is very, very smart, very knowledgeable, very witty, and I would definitely say you're like Dumbledore. Like, incredibly, this man is incredibly smart. Yeah.
Thanks.
Dumbledore and Hermione teamed up. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. That was great. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Am I finding this? Okay, one. Alexi, don't look at me like that with such disapproval. How did you know you were for the...
What'd you say? Well, when we look at this video 10
Why did
years
that
from
turn
now...
orange, the timer? 23:50. We're not over time. You going?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just going.
We were out of time limit.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, Poppet. Must fix my shirt. Alright, what were we talking about?
We were talking about how old we are.
Oh, how old are we? That's right, and I said, how old do we look?
That's right.
In the very, very near future,
Future?
we have a... Jesus. I'm trying to talk properly. An appointment because, you know, it's a vowel. An, not a appointment. It's an appointment.
An
Yeah,
appointment.
and it's, and I'm slurring my words.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ow, your ring, mother of pearl.
No, it's white gold.
Really? So Larry and I have an appointment in the very... You're staring at me!
Yes, I am.
Why are you staring at me? What are you afraid I'm going to say?
Nothing.
Okay. Larry and I... Alright guys, so that was our Q&A. I also want to... That was weird. Okay. What was I going to say? Alright, and that's all. Yay!
Bye.